Hi, Shalom, Shalom. I'm going to start out this video by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops, a great millstone that rule well, that teach well, while learn the truth 100% according to the Bible. And I also want to say Shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophets, servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And Shalom to the Aquaf, which are the sisters that are sincere in your children. Shalom. And in today's video is going to be another update on World War III that's taking place. As we can see, man, day by day as we go by, man, we see the Lord is, intensifying this thing moment by moment, second by second, day by day that goes by. This thing is getting worse and worse, man. So as the Lord has said, these are the birth pains, man. These things are intensifying. Ultimately, as a woman in travail, as it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:3, that woman is about to go into travail. And we know when that travail comes, ultimately that destruction is going to come suddenly. So I'm going to read the title of this video. It says, Red Alert, massive movement of U.S. military equipment, Russian submarine off the coast of North Carolina, right? So these are the things that are going on, man. And the American media is not going to tell these people that these things are taking place. Esau Edom wants to keep you people, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, in the dark as possible, man. He doesn't want you to know about these things taking place. That's why he have your mind filled up with all of the things of this earth, all of the things of this world, social media drama, celebrities and gossip and things of that nature. He ultimately putting those things in people's mind and portraying those things in his media and etc. to keep you people distracted, because he know what's coming to this place, man. But he wants you people to be caught off guard. And ultimately, we know this is the Lord designing this thing for you people to be caught off guard, because he doesn't want you to understand these things, right? But the men of the Lord, the prophets, they understand these things. We see these events come in place. As it tells you in Amos 3:7, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants, the prophets. So only the true men of the Lord can see these prophecies and these mysteries, right, fulfilling itself out, man. And eventually it's about to come. So we're going to get into this video. And Lord's willing to be edifying for you, brothers and sisters. I'm going to get into it. But before I start it off, I want to say that this is under the 1976 Copyright Act. Fair use, fair use.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, a.k.a. NY Prepper. It is Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. And I have some breaking news to share with you guys. Right now it is 17:13 Eastern Time here in the United States. And we have some major updates coming in from the Middle East. I wanted to update you guys on the situation with Iran. We also have some major updates coming in from Eastern Europe. So what you're looking at here is a time lapse of all of the U.S. military transport planes flying to and from the Middle East. You can see,
man, you see all of that activity, man.
Of C-17 Globemasters.
The Lord's stirring this thing up, and as you can see, he said that this is coming from the Middle East. So bear with me. I'm gonna go get that Joel chapter 3, verse 9 through 12. The Akim was going into these precepts when they was on their live earlier at camp. They was going into this World War III, man, and this is what we see furthermore pushing up to. And it's no surprise that you had this Russian submarine off of the coast of North Carolina after America, sent all of those different 8 nuclear stealth bombers to Diego Garcia, and that threatened to destroy or to annihilate Iran's nuclear program. So it's no coincidence that Russia, who is ultimately odd, right, that it talks about in Ezekiel 38, which will lead all of these nations to ultimately destroy this place in 1 hour. It's no coincidence that Russia has a nuclear submarine off of the coast of America's coastline, man. But the Lord is allowing all these things to happen, man, because we're living in those times, right? So I'm going to get Joel chapter 3, right? And this is all, like I said, the reason this Russian submarine is off to the coast of the United States is because of the threats that they're making towards Iran, right? Which is one of Russia's allies. And it says, this Joel 3 and verse 9, it said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, right? Because we see that we're in this time of World War III, man. That's why you got the U.S. sending so many aircraft carriers to the Middle East, or what they call the Middle East, right? And you got America's allies, the little allies that they do have which are the EU and NATO, which we know ultimately will turn on them and go along with Russia and the various other nations. But you got the little hats over there, the Israelis, they, helping America, and they're sending a lot of things over there as well. Ultimately, them and America are gearing up and preparing to strike Iran. But we know that Iran is not going to back down, man, because Iran has Russia working with them and giving them the military might and power that it is they need to fight against the whore, right? So it says, verse 10, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong, right? And that goes into Iran and all of these other different nations that are going to come up ultimately against America, Babylon the Great, because these nations were at one point in time weakened, or what you would consider weak. They didn't possess the capabilities of nuclear firepower. But now, like I said, due to OG, which is Russia, they now have all of these different types of capabilities now. So now they're basically telling America, come on with it. They're sending threats and things of that nature. And ultimately, we know this thing is going to lead up to ultimately the Lord to lead them down into that valley of Yahweh Shaphat to judge all of these nations, man, that have oppressed and, conspired against the Lord's people. It tells you in the book of Psalms 83:3, right? On down, how they have taken crafty counsel against the Lord's people. So this is the Lord's way of judging these nations, man. So it said, verse 11, assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord is getting ready to crank this thing up to ultimately judge these nations, man, for what they have done unto the children of Israel, scattering the Lord's people abroad. He's about to get ready to bring down that great judgment upon these people, and as well as 2/3 of these other jakes, man, that are not right and repentant and turn back, right? But I'm gonna get back into this video,
Masters and aerial
but this thing ain't picking up.
Going to Qatar and leaving Qatar over the past several days. So the U.S. is moving a massive amount of military hardware into the Middle East, okay? Probably 100 military transport planes going to Qatar over the last few days.
Man, you heard that? They said in just the past few days, over 100, planes or whatnot, and not even including all the aircraft carriers and stealth bombers and things of that nature they took over there. So, I mean, this World War III is happening, man. The Lord is speeding this thing up, man. Ultimately, we know that MOTB and Jacob Trouble, if we see that World War III is at the brink of about to pop off, man, we know that all of these other prophecies are soon to come, very soon, man. So, I'm going to get that Revelations 11 and 14, where I always go to, basically proving to you, brothers and sisters, that we're living in these times, man. That the Lord prophecies shall not lie. Everything it is that the Lord spoken and said that he will allow to happen are fulfilling itself out, man. To all you unbelievers out there, you 2/3 people that don't believe and don't trust in the Lord, man, we're seeing all of the things of his Bible coming to pass, man, in your lifetime, as it says in St. Matthew 24:34. Verily, verily, I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Basically telling all of the people that don't believe, they're about to see very soon that the men of the Lord was telling the truth all along, the Lord's prophets, man. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14 in the KJV. And they said the second woe is past, representing World War II, right? And behold, the third woe, which is this third world's war, which will be a nuclear war, which will bring down Esau Edom's empire, and also the destruction of Babylon, America, spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, man, to bring down this place. And it said, behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So yeah, brothers and sisters, this basically all I wanted to say, just to do a quick update. If you brothers and sisters want to finish watching the video, you know who the guy's channel is. He's right there. So if you want to go, he uploaded this video as well 2 hours ago. So it's a new video. So if you brothers and sisters want to go and finish watching it, because it's kind of lengthy and I'm not going to do the whole video on it. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say with this video today. It was a quick hit. Lord's will, you brothers and sisters are edified. Till the next time, I'm going to say shalom. The Lord is getting busy, man.